Salvage and innovation. The salvage vessel Scavenger drifted silently through the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, its sensors sweeping methodically through the cosmic debris. Commander Maya Chen stood on the bridge, her weathered face illuminated by holographic displays as she sipped from a thermos of black coffee that had long since gone cold. "Commander, we got something unusual at bearing 127 Mark 43, called out Ravi, her sensor technician. His voice carried an unusual note of excitement that made Maya look up sharply. Profile doesn't match any known human design. Maya moved to his station, setting her thermos in a magnetic holder. "Show me." The display shifted to reveal an object unlike anything in 15 years of salvage operations. It was sleek with curved lines that seemed to flow like liquid metal, exhibiting an organic quality to its design that human engineering hadn't mastered. The vessel, if that's what it was, appeared damaged, with a significant breach along one side, but was otherwise intact. "Is it broadcasting?" she asked. "Negative. It's cold. No power signatures at all." Maya's lips curved into a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Prepare the recovery drones. This just became a priority salvage." Hours later, the alien vessel was secured in Scavenger's cavernous hold. Maya led her engineering team through an airlock into what appeared to be the command center. The interior was as alien as the exterior, clearly designed for beings with different proportions than humans. Surfaces were smooth and lustrous, with no visible seams or fasteners. "Look at this material," murmured Dr. Emmanuel Conco, the ship's chief engineer, running her hand over what appeared to be the main control interface. "I've never seen an alloy with these properties. It's absorbing thermal energy from my hand, but I can't feel any temperature change." "Can we power any of it up?" Maya asked. Imani shook her head. "Not here. Whatever their power source was, it's either depleted or damaged beyond repair. We'll need to get this back to Ceres Station for proper analysis." 3 days later, the Scavenger docked at Ceres, humanity's largest off-Earth research facility. Word of their find had preceded them, and a delegation awaited their arrival, including, to Maya's dismay, representatives from the Galactic Union. The Union had made contact with Earth 7 years earlier, introducing humanity to the reality that they were far from alone in the galaxy. But rather than welcomed as equals, Earth had been classified as a pre-emergence civilization, a polite term for primitives not yet worthy of full diplomatic relations or technology sharing. Admiral Hiroshi Tanaka, Earth Defense Force's head of research and development, greeted Maya warmly before introducing the aliens. "Commander Chen, this is Envoy Xylon of the Galactic Union. They've expressed interest in your discovery." The alien was tall and willowy, with iridescent skin that shifted colors as it moved. Its eyes, 3 of them arranged in a triangular pattern, regarded Maya with what she interpreted as disdain. "The vessel you have recovered belongs to the Arcturus Collective," Xylon stated, its translator rendering the words in flat, emotionless English. "It is classified technology that humans are not authorized to possess or study. We will be taking custody immediately." Maya crossed her arms. "With respect, Envoy, salvage laws in our system are clear. We found it. We recovered it. We claim ownership rights. Your primitive legal frameworks do not supersede Union protocols," Xylon replied. "The technology aboard that vessel is centuries beyond your current development level. You would not even understand how to properly dismantle it." Admiral Tanaka cleared his throat. "Perhaps we can reach a compromise. The Union takes possession of any weaponry or classified systems, while Earth retains the right to study the structural components and basic propulsion." Xylon's skin rippled in what Maya had learned was a sign of contempt. "The Arcturus vessel contains nothing of value to humans, but in the interest of diplomatic relations, you may keep the hull materials and study the basic propulsion concepts. All other systems must be surrendered." After the Union representatives departed with crates of components from the alien ship, Maya found Admiral Tanaka in the observation lounge overlooking the main research bay where the stripped vessel now rested. "They took everything useful, didn't they?" she asked, frustration evident in her voice. Tanaka's expression remained carefully neutral. "Not everything. They were in such a hurry to confiscate what they considered dangerous, they failed to realize what we actually wanted, which was the structural design principles, the hull material composition, the way they configure their power distribution." Tanaka turned to face her. "The Union treats us like children who might hurt ourselves with advanced technology. They fail to understand that humans have always excelled at one thing: adaptation." "What exactly are you planning, Admiral?" "Project Phoenix," Tanaka replied. "Named after the mythical bird that rises from ashes. The Union won't share their technology, so we'll create our own from what we can learn. And I want you to lead the salvage operations." 6 months later, Maya's role had expanded far beyond salvage. The Scavenger and 5 sister ships now specifically sought out debris from skirmishes between Union forces and their various adversaries. Each fragment of alien technology was carefully cataloged and studied, revealing different approaches to the same fundamental challenges of space travel. In a secured facility beneath the lunar surface, hundreds of Earth's brightest minds reverse-engineered what they could and innovated where they couldn't. What emerged wasn't a copy of Union technology, but something uniquely human, a hybrid approach that combined alien principles with human ingenuity. "The problem with Union ships," explained Dr. Okonkwo, now the lead engineer on Project Phoenix, "is that they're designed for species that have never known resource scarcity. They build with redundancy upon redundancy, using exotic materials that are rare even by galactic standards." She gestured to the prototype taking shape in the massive underground hangar. Unlike the sleek, seamless designs favored by the Union, the human vessel was modular, with distinct sections that could be separated or replaced as needed. "We can't match their material science yet, so we designed around that limitation. Our hull uses a layered approach, alternating sheets of graphene-reinforced titanium with vacuum gaps and radiation shielding. It's 65% as effective as their monomaterial hulls, but uses resources we can actually produce." The propulsion system represented their greatest innovation. Unable to replicate the Union's faster-than-light drive completely, Earth's scientists had created what they called a skip drive, capable of making multiple short jumps through subspace rather than a single continuous journey. It was less efficient but more adaptable, allowing for mid-course corrections impossible with Union technology. Admiral Tanaka watched the prototype with a mixture of pride and apprehension. "How soon until it's ready for testing?" 2 weeks, Imani replied. "We're calling her Firebird." On the day of the test flight, Maya found herself unexpectedly in the pilot's seat. As the salvage captain who had found the original alien vessel, the honor of the first flight had been offered to her. The Firebird hummed with power as she guided it out of lunar orbit and toward the designated testing area in the outer solar system. "All systems nominal," reported Ravi, now serving as her sensor officer. "Skip drive calculations complete. We're ready when you are, Commander." Maya took a deep breath. "Engage skip drive on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark." The stars blurred as space itself seemed to fold around the ship. For 3 seconds that felt like an eternity, Maya experienced the disorienting sensation of being everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. Then with a subtle lurch, normal space returned. "Skip complete," Ravi announced. "Position verified. We're at the Neptune L4 point, exactly where we plan to be." Cheers erupted across the command deck and through the communication link to mission control on Luna. The Firebird had just traveled a distance that would have taken a conventional human ship weeks to cross in mere seconds. "Run a complete diagnostic," Maya ordered, maintaining her composure despite the excitement bubbling through her. "Let's make sure nothing shook loose during the jump." As the crew conducted their checks, Ravi suddenly grew quiet, his eyes fixed on his display. "Commander, we're being scanned." "By what?" There shouldn't be anything out here. Unknown vessel just decloaked at extreme sensor range. Configuration matches Union diplomatic corvette. Maya's exhilaration faded. Their test hadn't been as secret as they'd hoped. Open a channel. The communication screen activated to reveal the now familiar face of Envoy Xylon. Its three eyes blinked in sequence, a gesture Maya had learned indicated surprise. "Commander Chen," the alien said. "The Union was informed you were conducting propulsion tests. We did not expect to detect a partially functional skip drive." "Fully functional, actually," Maya corrected, unable to keep a note of pride from her voice. "Is there a problem, Envoy?" "You have developed technology beyond your authorized advancement level." Xylon's skin shifted to a deep indigo. Concern, possibly anger. "The Union Council will need to reassess Earth's classification." "We'd welcome that reassessment," Maya replied coolly. "Perhaps this time, you'll recognize that humans don't need permission to reach for the stars." As the communication ended, Admiral Tanaka's voice came through on a secure channel. "Well done, Commander. You've just changed humanity's future. Come home. We have work to do." Maya looked around at her crew, humans who had just accomplished what the Union had deemed impossible. "You heard the Admiral," she said. "Let's go home and build a fleet. Revolution and redemption." 10 years passed. What had begun with the Firebird prototype had evolved into Earth's first interstellar defense fleet. 40 vessels of varying sizes and specializations now protected human interests throughout the solar system and beyond to the 5 colony worlds humanity had established in nearby star systems. Admiral Maya Chen, promoted after the success of Project Phoenix, stood on the observation deck of Earth Orbital Command, watching as the newest addition to the fleet, the heavy cruiser Defiant, maneuvered into formation. Unlike the earlier ships, which still showed their hybrid nature, the Defiant represented the next generation of human innovation. Technology that had moved beyond mere adaptation of alien concepts to novel approaches uniquely suited to human needs and capabilities. "Impressive, isn't she?" asked Admiral Tanaka, now silver-haired but still sharp as ever. The Union technical attaché nearly had an aneurysm when he reviewed the specifications. Maya smiled. "How are the diplomatic talks progressing?" "Slowly. The Union still hasn't decided whether to upgrade our status from pre-emergence to limited partnership. They acknowledge our technological achievements but remain concerned about our, what did the envoy call it? Our unpredictable innovation vectors. They're afraid of us," Maya stated bluntly. "We've accomplished in a decade what takes most species centuries, according to their own development models." "Speaking of which," Tanaka said, his expression turning serious, "we've received an unusual transmission from Union Central Command. Priority 1. They're requesting a face-to-face meeting." Hours later, Maya and Tanaka sat across from not just Envoy Xylon, but 3 other Union representatives, including a military commander whose insignia indicated high rank. "Thank you for agreeing to meet on such short notice," Xylon began, its usual condescension noticeably absent. "We face a situation that may concern both our civilizations." The Union military commander, introduced as High Marshal Kelv, activated a holographic display. 3 standard cycles ago, we lost contact with one of our outer monitoring stations in the Proxima Centauri system, near your colony world of New Terra. The hologram showed a Union outpost, then a swarm of unknown vessels approaching it. The recording ended abruptly. "Yesterday, we dispatched a reconnaissance vessel to investigate. This is what they found." The hologram shifted to show the station, or what remained of it. The structure had been systematically disassembled, with over 70% of its material simply gone. "The attacking vessels don't match any known configuration in our database," Kelth continued. "We believe they may be an automated harvesting swarm, self-replicating machines designed to collect resources. We have encountered such technologies before." Xylon added, "They are remnants of ancient wars created by long-extinct civilizations. Once activated, they consume everything in their path to build more of themselves. Maya and Tanaka exchanged glances. "And you're telling us this why?" Maya asked. "Because based on their trajectory, they will reach New Terra in approximately 17 days, Kelv replied. "Our nearest battle group cannot arrive for 22 days. Understanding dawned. "You want our help," Maya said. "We are requesting coordination," Xylon corrected. "The Union recognizes that your vessels at New Terra represent the only chance of interception before the harvesters reach the colony. And what happened to not sharing advanced technology with pre-emergent civilizations?" Tanaka asked. Kelv answered before Xylon could. "Envoy Xylon's diplomatic concerns are outweighed by practical necessities. We can provide detailed information on previous harvester encounters and potentially effective countermeasures." Maya leaned forward. "Let me be clear, Marshal. If these harvesters threaten our colony, we'll defend it with or without your help. But if you want coordination, we need full intelligence sharing, not just what you think we need to know." 48 hours later, Maya stood on the bridge of the Defiant, now her flagship, as it prepared to lead a task force of 12 Earth vessels to New Terra. The Union had provided all their data on previous harvester encounters, and the picture wasn't encouraging. The machines were relentless, capable of adapting to different attack strategies, and seemingly impervious to conventional weapons. The harvesters are comprised of nanoscale units that work cooperatively, Dr. Okonkwo explained during the final briefing. Their weakness, if you can call it that, is that they communicate through quantum entanglement. Disrupt that communication, and the swarm loses cohesion. The Union's previous attempts at quantum disruption have been only partially successful, Maya noted. Their technology is designed for precision and efficiency, but what we need here is brute force. A sledgehammer, not a scalpel. Imani smiled. "Which is exactly what I've been working on." She displayed schematics for a modified skip drive. "We can't match the Union's elegant engineering, so we'll do what humans have always done: improvise. We're going to deliberately destabilize our skip drives to create quantum interference fields." 5 days later, the human task force arrived at New Terra. The colony had been evacuated to underground shelters, and orbital defenses were on high alert. The harvester swarm was less than 6 hours away. "Harvester swarm detected," reported Lieutenant Ravi, now Maya's executive officer, "estimating over 5,000 individual units. They're consuming the Union monitoring station's remains." Maya watched the tactical display. The Union had been right. The machines were systematically breaking down the station's remaining structure, using the materials to construct more of themselves before her eyes. "Time to see if our solution works. All vessels, move to Formation Alpha. Prepare quantum disruption fields." The human fleet spread out in a hemisphere facing the oncoming swarm. Each ship had been equipped with Imani's modified skip drives, devices that deliberately created the subspace instabilities that Union engineers worked so hard to prevent. "Quantum disruption fields active," Ravi reported. "Harvesters are accelerating toward us. They've detected our presence." "Hold position," Maya ordered. "Let them come to us." The swarm surged forward, a cloud of metallic dust that shifted and coalesced like a living thing. As they approached the human formation, the first effects of the quantum disruption became visible. Portions of the swarm began to move erratically, sections breaking off from the main body. "It's working," Ravi said. "Their coordination is breaking down." But the swarm adapted quickly. The affected units self-destructed, and the remainder altered their approach, dividing into smaller groups that attempted to circumvent the human formation. "They're trying to get around us," Maya observed. "All vessels, execute maneuver Theta. Keep them in our disruption fields." The battle lasted hours, a deadly dance as the human ships worked to contain the increasingly desperate harvester units within their disruption fields. Gradually, the swarm's coordination deteriorated further, until individual harvesters began attacking each other, unable to distinguish friend from foe. Just as victory seemed within reach, 3 Union battlecruisers emerged from faster-than-light travel at the edge of the system. "Union vessels are hailing us," Ravi said. Maya smiled grimly. "Put them through." High Marshal Kelv appeared on the communication screen. "Admiral Chen, we arrived as quickly as possible. What is your status?" "The Harvester threat has been neutralized," Maya reported. "We're mopping up the remaining units now." Kelv's expression, difficult to read on his alien features, seemed to convey surprise. "Our sensors indicate you used some form of quantum disruption technology. The Union has attempted similar tactics with limited success. Sometimes the elegant solution isn't the right one," Maya replied. "Human engineering may be crude by your standards, but we excel at turning weaknesses into strengths." In the days that followed, joint Human-Union teams worked to ensure no Harvester units had escaped. Analysis of the remaining fragments suggested they were indeed ancient technology, dormant for millennia, until disturbed by mining operations near Proxima Centauri. A week later, Maya once again found herself in a meeting with Union representatives, but the tone had changed dramatically. "The Union Council has reviewed the new Terra incident," Xylon announced, its skin now displaying colors Maya had never seen before. "Your actions saved not only your colony but prevented what could have become a significant threat to multiple civilizations. In light of this, and considering the unique approaches your species has demonstrated, the Council has voted to immediately reclassify Earth as a full partner species within the Union." Maya glanced at Admiral Tanaka, who looked as surprised as she felt. "That's quite a change of policy, Envoy," Tanaka observed. "What happened to concerns about our unpredictable innovation vectors?" "Those concerns remain," Xylon admitted, "but the Council has recognized that perhaps such unpredictability has value. The Harvester threat was defeated precisely because your approach was unlike anything the machines had encountered before. The Union has existed for 12,000 years, High Marshal Kelv added. In that time, we have developed highly optimized technologies and strategies, but optimization can lead to predictability, and some threats require unconventional responses." Maya leaned back in her chair. "So you're saying you need us precisely because we don't think like you?" "The universe is vast and contains many dangers," Cylon replied. "Diversity of approach increases the probability of survival for all." As the meeting concluded, Maya found herself standing with Tanaka at the observation window, watching Union and human ships maneuvering together in Earth orbit, something that would have been unimaginable a month earlier. 10 years ago, they called us primitives," Maya said. "Now they're studying our technology." "That's the thing about humanity," Tanaka replied with a smile. "We've always been good at surprising people, even ourselves." On the other side of the solar system, the Firebird, the prototype that had started everything, was being recommissioned as a training vessel. A new generation of humans would learn to navigate the stars, not through copying alien technology, but by building on the uniquely human approach that had earned them their place among the stars. The ship's new insignia featured a phoenix rising from flames, with Earth in the background and stars beyond. Below it was inscribed a simple motto that captured the spirit of humanity's journey. "From rust to rocket, we forge our own path."